Real Estate Radio Boston is a paid program sponsored by Guaranteed Rate Incorporated, which is solely responsible for its content. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS ID 2611, Equal Housing Lender. Mortgage Lender and Mortgage Broker License MC 2611. Rick Shearer, NMLS ID 454910. Visit nmlsconsumeraccess.org. All applications subject to credit approval. Call Guaranteed Rates Boston office at 617-778-0024 for additional cost information.
Real Estate Radio Boston with loan officer Rick Shearer of Guaranteed Rate and legal professional Ali Alavi of Alavi Braza PC. This is Real Estate Radio Boston.
And I just want to back up for just a quick second for people that are just hearing about this Mass Save program. I mean, the fact is this is a no-cost program, and I say it every time you're here, but I mean your guy leaves at the end of this and gives me all this information, light bulbs and power strips and all this stuff. I just want to tip him. I want to give him money. I should give you something because I just got all of this for no cost. Why is this no cost to the consumer?
Well, it's no cost because on every utility bill, electric bill or natural gas bill, there is a small incremental charge for energy efficiency and energy conservation. Those dollars are funneled into the Mass Save programs. So there's no out-of-pocket expense for this visit, but technically people have paid for it through this small incremental cost in their monthly utility.
So reverse engineering that is if I don't use Mass Save, I'm paying something that I'm not benefiting from. And
exactly.
I say that a lot of times when I go out to these community events. It's like having a savings account. You've been putting money in for years and you never utilize it. You put money into the energy efficiency fund. Why not take advantage of these programs?
Now, these assessments can happen periodically. I mean, if I've had an assessment a couple of years ago, I can certainly do another assessment again, correct?
That's correct. Yeah, we wait at least a year. And it also depends on the age of your home. If you have a new home that's built in a couple of years because codes have changed so much, you really wouldn't qualify for an assessment because the insulation levels have to be up to a certain level, windows, lighting, all that type of stuff. But sure, if you have an older home and you participated a couple of years ago, absolutely, participate again.
One of the things, again, we all operate a lot in the real estate world, and a lot of deals fall apart at home inspection, and maybe deals that maybe shouldn't have fallen apart at home inspection. However, they just don't understand and didn't know there are certain programs that can help them. But I had clients a couple of weeks ago where the heating system was just it was too old, and it was going to be an expensive fix for them, and they were saving all of their money, first time home buyers saving all their money to buy this property, and they knew that if they moved into the property and this thing went, they didn't have the $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 it might cost to do that. They may look at a property that has just leaky windows and they're just like, oh my gosh, that's going to be so expensive. What are some of the things that you guys can do as Mass Save jump in and really help a home buyer with those expenses after they own the home?
We have a great program called the Heat Loan. When the specialist is at your home, they'll give you all the paperwork as to what's required to participate in that. It's 0% financing. You can borrow up to $25,000 over 7 years. A lot of new home buyers, like you said, go in, have the assessment, get a heat loan at 0%, and start saving money on your energy costs right away. And a lot of times, the dollars saved each month on the energy costs cover the cost of the loan.
Two critical points. I think number one is on the downsizer. You guys have the ability of being able to under personal items, and that's a service that you offer the downsizers. And I think that's really critical because individuals that are going through downsizing, they may be under pressure to be able to make a decision in terms of what they're going to do with their personal effects. And so you offer the storage.
We utilize their storage facilities for long-term, short-term, and one of the things we offer to our real estate partners, realtors, is staging storage. We'll take stuff out of the house so they can get the house ready, especially if it's an elderly couple that's been in there for 30, 40 years. They need to declutter so they can take their pictures, et cetera. And we really developed this program back when houses were sitting a lot longer. Obviously, their turnaround's a lot less now in the current market, but when houses were sitting for 6 months, realtors were really pushing to get that house looking popping on those, the walkthroughs, the photos online or whatever. Right. So we developed a program where we'll stage items, at a discounted rate, obviously in hopes to get the final move wherever their final destination is. But we gave it as a tool to a realtor to have in their toolkit and utilize us as well in the process.
That's really, really good. The second point I wanted to make is the fact that you were mentioning that different items are being shipped to different parts of the country. You guys are not just the local mover. You guys provide local moving, and you provide moving nationally and even internationally.
Internationally, yeah.
That's crazy.
Our bread and butter is local moving,
Sure.
you know, your burbs to the city and reverse. But we do, you know, international, Italy, Greece, I just did in the last 2 weeks or so, and then all over the U.S., you know, to Canada, and anywhere you really want to go. We're an agent for Allied Van Lines, which is the second largest moving company in the U.S. and the largest worldwide.
Wow.
So through our connections with them, we can actually facilitate a move wherever you want to go.
That's really an important consideration because, I mean, I know that your bread and butter is local, but there's a lot of movement that happens between, you know, some of the sweet spots, and we've talked about this in the past, is New York and San Francisco and North Carolina, Houston. There's a lot of mobility going back and forth between those jurisdictions, and to have someone, a trusted mover that's local and understands local challenges and facilitate that nationally is huge. Plus licensing, et cetera, so on and so forth. So really good stuff.
You know, one of the things that I think, if you're a real estate agent out there, if you don't have a mover in your arsenal that will literally come in and just handhold your clients, I mean, you gotta get in touch with Lucas, because I mean, I think the different services that you provide in the real estate community. You know, listen, this whole TRID thing just happened coming up on our year anniversary, where you know more closings are being moved by a couple of days unexpectedly, last minute. You're already booked, you're ready to go. They got to move that stuff out. You know, you guys are the right size to be so nimble that you can jump in and go, okay, no, we got it. Let's just we're going to put it in storage, and we'll get you moved in 2 days when you're able to close on your loan. Talk to us a little bit about that. We only got a couple of seconds. But.
Yeah, when TRID came about, I decided I was going to learn a lot about it because it did involve us. So I just went around and talked to real estate agents and told them how the impact would be on their clients if there were delays. So yeah, we have the availability. If a closing falls through, we have storage facility. We can hold it on the trucks for a few days. Our size allows us to be nimble, as you said, but it's also educating a client ahead of time. So this isn't a total surprise when the time comes. So telling them the possibilities.
You know, we had the chief economist of Zillow on now going on almost a year ago. Yeah. A year ago. And one of the things that he was mentioning was that as far as return on investment with regards to the investment that individuals make, they did studies and they did all these various statistics, etc. The number one was bathroom. And the second most return on investment was kitchens. Right? Because that's essentially where everybody really congregates. Everybody wants to gather around and be in a kitchen. It's strange. Like you spend all this money and you furnish all your family room and have a formal room, etc., and everybody wants to be in the kitchen. So I think it's a focal point. What are you seeing as far as trends with regards to the renovations for kitchens are concerned these days?
Well, like you just said, Ali, the kitchens, they want to have everybody wants to congregate in the kitchen. Everybody wants to be where the food is. Nobody wants to be out in a back room or a parlor somewhere. They all want to be gathered around the island. So islands are big right now. People can gather on an island, have a spread of food spread out. They can all visit on a daily basis. The kids can be doing their homework, or the mother can be, or father can be preparing the meal and helping them with that, talking to them, talking about the day's events. The kitchen has become more of the family room. I have more and more people are not even having a dining room, so to speak. They're just making a really big kitchen, eliminating that wall between the dining room and the kitchen.
Interesting point. So I got to bring down the wall.
No,
that's what you're telling me. I got to bring down
tear down this wall. Yeah.
Tear down the wall.
No, it's funny though, because again, when I come over to Ollie's house, Gina always has a big spread out on the island, and that's where we just hang out, and it's such a great place, and I think a lot of people like to, if you're cookers, you like to prepare in a nice kitchen where you have everything and really easy access, and I mean it's such a focal point.
But you bring up a really good point. I mean, if you enjoy cooking and it's part of your regiment, if you will, there's a lot of planning that needs to be made before the actual construction. On average, how much time should a homeowner allocate as far as designing a kitchen?
Well, the thing is don't be in a big rush. A lot of people come in, they like this time of year, oh, I want to get this done for the end of the year. I want this done for the holidays.
For Thanksgiving.
Exactly, for Thanksgiving or even
It's not
Christmas,
happening.
but it's not realistic at this point, particularly if you want to really do it right. So don't make your decision based on time. Think about it. This is your home. This is an investment. So do this right. Take time. Go on many of the websites. See what you like. See the things you don't like. And then we come and talk to us. Come see. You can present all that to us. We come up with a nice plan for you that will suit the needs of your family.
Jay, do you walk them through this? Do you help them, assist them with the design process based on all the years of experience that you have and the designs that you've seen?
Yes, most definitely. They bring in. Either we go out to the house to measure and get the information we need, or they bring in measurements. And then what we'll do is we'll come up with a plan based on the things that they want to accomplish by doing this kitchen. What type of appliances do they want? How much do they cook? How big is their family? Do they entertain a lot? We ask them these questions so that they can be able to have a kitchen that's going to suit their needs for many years to come.